So this is a clock I have at home, and it only has 2 pointers, the hours and the minutes, but it doesn't have a second pointer, so you're not really aware of that constancy of the tick-tock. So you can slowly see the minute one moving, and then each little line represents the minutes. I have another clock here. This one has the second, and you can see it. Tick, tock, tick, tock. And sometimes I'm in bed and I stare at this. I don't do that very often, but when I'm only concentrated on the seconds passing by, it seems like they drag on and they take forever to build up a minute. And sometimes I wish it could be like this when I'm enjoying myself. It seems like there is this repetition that is so soothing, but at the same time so painful. We also have this perception of time. When we focus on it, it takes forever. Most of the time we focus on time when we're bored or when we don't want to be doing something. But when we forget about time, we lose the awareness of it. We lose that perception that it is ticking by. So peaceful, actually. But here is an agenda. 2010. How obvious is that? I have kept one of these for every year since I've been able to write. It's quite pretty, isn't it? But the whole idea of this is to make you organize your year. So here is an outline of November 2009. Each day has a number, and when 7 days go by, there is a week. Like this is 9th of Monday, week 46, I think. Yep. December then. And once you go into the 2010 year, you have each individual day with a few lines where you can write out the things you want to do. So there is this notion that a year is composed of 12 months. Then there are a number of weeks, and each week has a number of days, each day has a number of hours, each hour has a number of seconds, and so on. And it seems like we run in these cycles, and whatever you couldn't achieve in 2009, January the 1st of 2010, you will be able to. It's quite scary, the thought that years go by. If we weren't to have these years controlled by light, because that's how time is controlled by. We have 24 hours in a day because the sun rises and then it goes away, and the night comes and then it goes away, and because of the cycle of light, time is also in a sort of cycle. But if time were to be linear, I think we would get more things done. there is this album I have. I have prepared myself really well. Actually, I haven't, but and it has some pictures, really old pictures actually. There are some when I was a baby, and some when I was growing up, and this is me when I was a kid. It's getting quite personal, but anyways. And so life seems to surrender to this sort of notion of time, and it seems like we can only get things done at a certain time. Age surrenders to time. When you're a kid, you're only allowed to do so much, and when you grow up, you have to take up on responsibilities. Once you're an adult, you have to run through the whole career seeking and finding a partner, getting married, building a family, striving more in your career, doing things that are fun for you, getting a hobby, visit your family, and there's this whole repetition, just like seconds. And somehow, because it worked for someone, we all have to follow it. Or maybe there is this rule that for people to manage to live in society, they have to somehow follow the same pattern, or else maybe it would be so much chaos. But I write something on the computer, and I'll probably post this on the blog, but just to sum up, time does not run in circles. The idea of year creates an illusion that time lasts 1 year at a time, and that once one is finished, a new one begins, almost as if each year, each notion of time is independent, proposing a new opportunity, a new chance to start over. The time runs in a straight line. There is no repetition, no intersections, no turns, no gateways. It is a constant flow of moments with no interruptions. There's more, but you can read that later. The only cycle I am aware of is life. We are born and we live, and then we die. And death is the only certainty we have. All the rest somehow is shapeless. We don't have to follow time as everyone does. We don't have to do things just because they need to be done. I think we need to set ourselves somehow more free, and we have to have a more liberal way of viewing time. We have to be more flexible and just do things when we feel ready, not when it is time to do them. Some people are more mature than others, and I don't think there is any harm in that. I think every person has their strengths and will provide something that is more useful than other things, or less useful, but somehow is important for the continuation of life, the progression. And we don't need to strive for a regularity. We don't need to surrender to the constancy of seconds. We should just do them and not be bothered about how long is it taking, how long will it be. That's me. That's the old camera, and I won't be able to edit this because of the format. But this is awkward now. That's better. So that's just a few thoughts I was having, and I just wanted to share it in this want to be artistic way. It's probably not very coherent or quite logical, but it's something that I was feeling and that I thought I would share. Just somehow seems that we are stuck, and we don't need to be stuck because we're meant to be living, and you don't need to wait to live. You don't need to wait for the time that everyone else set it for you. We have to make this more personal. Time has to be more personal.